Hello there and welcome. This is Mikhail or Michael speaking, and as always, before this video starts, I want to say thank you all who decided to support me financially, be it through Patreon, PayPal or Super Thanks. I really appreciate your generosity, so thank you friends and have a blessed day. Today's video I will start with Lyman Frontline because there are a lot of interesting news to cover. If you remember, yesterday I've reported of a Russian success here, which is now being confirmed by most of the sources as well as by the Syriac maps. After this successful Russian attack, Ukrainians attempted to counter-attack Russians and regain those positions, but were quickly spotted and Russian artillery unleashed hell on them. Here you can see that on the video. After this Ukrainian attack was over, Russians started a counterattack of their own. In the last 12 hours, they were attacking in the direction of Terni, from Dibrova in the direction of Torsky, and in the Serebryansky forest. In the Serebryansky forest, Ukrainians were able to successfully stop Russian advancements, as well as they were able to stop Russian advancements from Dibrova. However, Russian attacks from this salient in the direction of Torsky and Zarichne have seen relative success. Sources report that Russians were able to penetrate Ukrainian defensive lines, at some places 150 and 200 meters, and coming extremely close to the settlement of Torsky. Both Russians and Ukrainians are engaged in artillery duels and counter-artillery actions. Then there is more confirmation about the Russian attack in the general direction of the settlement of Spirne, and it's now became clear how much exactly Russians took in that attack yesterday. So, as a result of Russian successful attack, they were able to advance and take this much territory from the Ukrainian forces. So, as you can see, the encirclement of Spirne becomes more and more realistic. Recent report suggests that Russians did not stop at this and are continuously attacking here and here to the direction of Ivanodarivka, as well as in Spirne itself. If Russians continue to attack in this manner, we are sure to expect settlement of Spirne coming under Russian control. Then from here, let's visit situation near Solidar. Here around Solidar, Ukrainians were mostly on the attack. And in the last 24 hours, they were able to launch a successful attack from the settlement of Razdalivka in the general direction of Yakovlivka. Their attack started here. They first entered the settlement and went on along this road. Then they left the settlement and drove on this dirt road. On the shot you will immediately see this farmhouse and this set of buildings, which proves that this is where they left. Then they continued their advance under the cover of the force lines until they reached this force line near the reservoir, after which they came under the fire of Russian artillery and continued their assault under the cover of this force line. As you can see, they are advancing without a fight. They are not clearing any Russian positions in these tree lines, so my guess is there were no Russian positions within it. But due to the fact that they were forced to advance here and not here, we can take a guess that Russians do have positions that overlooks this open field. Then from here, let's move to Bakhmut, to be more precise to its northern flank near the settlement of Berkhivka. Here, Ukrainians were also successful in their attacks in the general direction of the settlement. Recent reports suggest that they entered the settlement and initiated fighting, were able to advance somewhat deeper into Russian defensive lines, but were counter-attacked, and Russians were able to regain some of the recently lost territories and even capture unfortunate Ukrainian soldiers who did not have time to retreat and were left behind. Currently, the battle for the settlement of Berkhivka is raging on with unknown results. Then from here, let's visit settlement of Avdiivka. Yesterday, I reported of Ukrainian attacks in the direction of Vadyane, Apitne, Kamyanka, Vesely, and Krasnogorovka. All of these attacks were repelled, and immediately after these attacks were repelled, Russians went on the offensive on the entire front line as well, attacking from Krasnogorovka Vesely, and Kamianka. However, despite all efforts, Russians were unable to advance here, and after taking losses, they retreated to their own positions. However, it has been reported that Russian attacks from Vodyane in the direction of Severne achieved success, with Russians reaching the last force line that stands right in front of this settlement. This report is especially new, about a few hours old as the time of recording, so if that ever happened, I will confirm this in the next video. It has been also reported that now Russians have full fire control over the roads that leads to the Avdiivka settlement, and technically the settlement is in the operational encirclement. Ukrainians continue to pull up resources here to the Avdiivka sector, perhaps to take control over the situation and relieve Avdiivka from operational encirclement. Then from Avdiivka, let's move to the Vremivka tactical bridgehead. Here in the last 24 hours, Ukrainians were continuously storming Russian positions in front of Priyutne, both from Livadne, Novodarivka and Rivnopol. Were attempting to commit a breakthrough in the direction of Staromayorsk and Urozhaine, as well as attacking towards Novodonetsk from Zlotoniva. Those attacks were unsuccessful. Then let's move to the Orikhiv front line. Yesterday, I reported of a Ukrainian attack that was happening to the northeast of Rabotine, to the right side of this road. Back then, I was not aware of a result of those attacks, and now we know that that attack failed and failed miserably. Here is a photo taken by the Russians that show a lot of equipment being lost by the Ukrainian side. Now, there are no videos as of right now, but I'm sure in few days we will receive the footages, and I am sure to show you. So if you want to see those videos, and especially if you want to get latest news on this war, please consider subscribing to my channel, smashing that like button and leaving a comment, which will greatly motivate me and of course promote this video to a wider audience and help spread the message. As of right now, Ukrainians are again advancing from Novodanilovka in attempt to penetrate Russian positions in front of Rabotino, as well as attacking in the direction of Nesteryanka and from Mala-Takmachka in the direction of Nova Pokrovka. So the soldiers here are restless. Basically, this is the end of the video. We can touch situation near Pyatikhatki, but it would seem Ukrainians had completely stopped attacking in this sector in the direction of Zherebyanki. There were reports of some relocating brigades here, so again, Ukrainians probably decided to stop attacking here altogether and concentrate more troops in the Orikhiv direction. In any way, I think it is safe to say that although Ukrainians were assaulting Russian positions across the entire front line from Kupiansk to Orikhiv in attempt to achieve breakthrough, they were not successful at that. So they have nothing to show on the upcoming NATO summit. In any way, this is the end of the video. If you agree with me or disagree, please consider expressing your opinion in the comment section. It is there for a reason. I hope my video was to your liking. If it was, please consider supporting it with any way you see fit. Thank you in advance. As always, humanity calls me to condemn all violence against human beings. Have a good day, and always remember, Russia will be free and great.